Hello, Steve Art Checkpoint 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, I just watched the last episode of Lower Decks, episode 10, At the Stars at Night. It was actually pretty good. There were a couple little issues, but the action scenes, the end of the episode was actually really, really great. I guess I'll start with the negative first, get that out of the way. The ongoing idea that the California class is less than the other classes, that the crews are less than, or in some way, that just doesn't work for Star Trek, doesn't work for Starfleet. It just doesn't work. So that issue is kind of at the kind of center of the story, so it's kind of a problem. But the story itself is good. So even though we have sort of seen it before, and why we're learning it again a century later, I'm not sure, but they tell it well. Basically, the admiral who was in charge of the automated class of ships, he was behind Rutherford's memory being erased and everything. Basically, he set up Carol, he did everything, and it was all to try and get his automated ship out there and replacing the California class, which makes no sense. I mean, the idea of replacing a crewed ship with an automated ship is something we've already dealt with in Star Trek. We know that automated ships are more accurate, but obviously they lack the human touch, and there's something missing. So you can't have technology on its own. You have to have technology and humanity. We've already dealt with that in Star Trek. So the story was a little bit, well, I know where this is going. We've already done this, but it was fun. They did a good job of it. They have a competition because Carol, he's basically petitioning to remove the California class altogether, to shutter it, and she's like, well, you can't be better than us. We need to challenge each other. So they have a competition, and the drone ships basically skipped protocol and didn't scan for life on a planet, whereas Tindy did it, and then they had to stop and pause and make sure there wasn't new life on the planet, because there wasn't before, but she thought she detected sentient life now. So that put them behind, and they failed the task. But the fact that the ship skipped that very important, very, very, very important protocol, Carol had enough to use, and it's a legitimate issue, but she also was like, yes, I've got something, to stop them. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm going to blow you all out of the sky before that happens, sorry. So he turns the ship basically on them, and first thing it does, because it's got daddy issues, is it blows him up, and then it starts cutting the space station to pieces. And the Cerritos, of course, defends it. There's two other automated ships that come online, so they're facing three of them. Eventually, Mariner shows up, and she calls all the California class. Why they didn't put out a general distress call to just any Starfleet ship in the area, I don't know why. That I just realised how bad that is. But either way, all the California class ships show up, and it is no match for about 30 of them. And, they take it out, and they celebrate the fact that they've sort of justified their own existence. And Mariner actually realises, I don't like being a civilian. I actually like Starfleet. I need to actually get in line. I want to be a part of this. I want to be part of something bigger and more. I don't want to just be out there for myself. So there was that good sort of lesson there that she actually learned this value to Starfleet, because she is this character that constantly berates and degrades Starfleet and all the Star Trek ideals that the show had. And I don't understand why they keep elevating this character when she's totally anti-Starfleet and Star Trek. Was the point that she had to learn that? I'm sorry, did we need to be told that through her character? I thought we already knew that. That's why we're Star Trek fans. So that's been an issue for the whole 3 seasons. The first scene or so when she wasn't in the episode, I was so happy, and I'm like, oh, that's right, Mariner, that's right. That's why I was enjoying it. There was no Mariner basically saying this is all rubbish. So I don't mind having her back if she's actually learnt some value in Starfleet there by Star Trek, and that is shown in the show. But we'll see. I think one of the best parts was the James Horner-esque music in the battle scenes, which were quite well done. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm going to keep this video to 5 minutes. And I did enjoy it. It was good. A few issues. Again, I hope the next season's better. And this is the problem. We always get to points. Starfleet now seems to be about getting to and achieving the Starfleet ideal, and then they just go back to the start again, and they either don't know something or they don't respect something, and then we have to learn it again. And we always just get to this point of, and now we're ready to be Star Trek. Are we actually ever going to have a season where we just go out and be Star Trek and explore and do what the old shows used to do? I'm not sure. I'm thinking now, I hope next season's better. I'm like, but you think that at the end of every season and then you go back to the start again. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.